Morning, folks. Sorry, tweaked something in my neck the other day. Pretty sure it's a ligament. Not the other day, yesterday. Go away, Discord. You distract me. Anyway, yeah. So, my posture's been radically altered by some sort of, I'm sure I did something wrong. And, now my body is punishing me by telling me that there's pain in one of the ligaments in my neck. It's actually on this side. It's pretty minor, but it's extremely irritating because it's definitely connected to my shoulder and my neck. Basically, straight through here on the other side is where the vertex of the pain is. So if I do this, I feel pain. If I do this, I feel pain. Oh, I was feeling pain doing that yesterday. But one of the things that we should absolutely do is acknowledge pain and pay attention to it. So, yeah, in some cases, walk it off is a legitimate strategy. Like if you get kicked in the junk, walking it off actually is a good idea. Unless you're, swelling immediately. Also, that's not including kink. But if you're in pain and you're not paying attention to the cause of that pain, all you're doing, I don't want to reach for that freaking camera and fix the video angle. Screw it. But if you're in pain and you're not doing anything about it, there's a problem. You're not properly caring for yourself. And like I talk about stealing time from our future selves by being idle, you're stealing health from your future self by not taking care of your pain. Now, that's not to say you should coddle it, but you should definitely acknowledge it and work around it. Really don't like the lighting either. But, see, things like this, I wish I could just stretch out. But this isn't something I can stretch out. The stretch was the problem. I overstretched it. I think probably reaching for something, or I twisted coiling a cord. I don't know for sure. I was doing lawn work. But, yeah, I mean, this is the sort of pain that I expect to pass in a couple of days. It's nothing new. It's just horrendously irritating. So I can kind of feel that down my arm. Maybe it is something a bit more serious. But it only happened yesterday. I'll give it a couple of days. If it doesn't ease, I'll go to a doctor. One of the few things about, actually, I have a doctor's appointment on, sometime next week anyway. So if it's not better by then, I'll just mention it. Unless it gets, significantly worse. In which case, emergency room visit. Yay. For the record, I'm in Canada. So, emergency room visits, doctor visits don't cost us anything extra. We're paying a monthly subscription anyway. Well, technically a yearly subscription because of income tax. But, I got my upper spine to crack anyway. Jeez. Sorry, it was a notification from Discord. But anyway, to get back on topic, which is something I think I'm getting better at, even as my sound quality seems to be going to shit. Part of the reason my sound quality is going to shit is because I'm having problems with my throat ever since that infection a while back. This is probably not helping. But, yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, ignoring pain and discomfort, yeah, it's something you can do, but it's not always something you should do. Um, when you start a new exercise routine, for example, don't ignore the pain, but when people say no pain, no gain, you know, don't forget that it's also no pain, no injury. Um, but I've known serious bodybuilders and I've known serious weightlifters, and they all say more or less the same thing. Yeah, your muscles are going to hurt, but if anything other than your muscles hurt, you've done yourself damage and you need to either slow down or stop for a while. Um, and when it comes to paying attention to the signals that your body sends you, which is something else I bang on about, um, it's extremely important to. I really had to change the angle I'm sitting at. Maybe tomorrow. Definitely not today. I'm in too much pain for that. And again, it's an irritating pain, but other than being mildly, it's not even incapacitating, it's kind of minimalizing my capacity for certain things. Um, for example, sitting has to be. Oh, that actually felt good. We'll keep my shoulder there for a little bit. But while it's only mildly incapacitating, it's more than anything, it's irritating because today I'm doing some drafting work on the computer. And of course, I have to keep my arm at this give or take angle for mousing. And yeah, that's probably going to aggravate it a little bit. So I'm taking fairly frequent breaks. Um, but yeah, yesterday it was Tiger Ball. Today it'll probably be more Tiger Ball at some point. And keeping it warmed up. Um, but if you're doing exercise, you have to stretch first, and you have to stretch slow. Start off gently, especially if you're new at it or you haven't been at it for a while. Right? And again, this isn't medical advice. This is just what I know works for me. But when you start something new, exercise-wise, start slow, stretch a lot, warm up longer than you think you need to. And in fact, starting a new exercise routine, just the warm up can be enough to get you to the point where your body starts to metabolize more. And it depends on why you're working out. You have to decide what you want. Do you want strength? Do you want agility, resilience, flexibility? Do you want a combination of those? Work out what your proportions are. I mean, I don't have an issue lifting, so something that's 100 pounds, I can pretty much snatch off the ground and go on with it. But if I were to start working out more regularly than I do, which is fairly rare, and I have tried to do a few things and noticed that, okay, yeah, this I can still do, this I can do, this I can't do, but I can get back to it. For me, it's cardio, getting my metabolism up. I need to lose weight. And the only way to do that is to burn more calories than I take in. So I've also restricted my diet a bit. Now that's over a year ago that I did that, and I've noticed that my weight has more or less stabilized. But don't expect immediate results. You didn't put on the weight overnight. You're not going to take it off overnight. In my case, I had a very bad year where I went through a fairly deep depression. This was part of what pulled me out of it, was doing this every day. I'm hearing noises and I don't know if it's machine. Oh, it is machinery. Okay. I hate cheap cigarettes. That's the end of you. But, and yeah, the smoking is something I will eventually work on. But, um, if you're trying to improve your body, you have to figure out what your goal is, and you have to set a realistic timeline. As I was saying, with me, I spent a little more than a year being extremely depressed and completely unmotivated to do anything other than lay around and play video games. Very bad. Um, I wasn't doing anything that made me feel better about myself. In fact, as much as I enjoy video gaming, at the time it basically became less of an escape and more of an addiction. It was basically my way of pushing off what I had to deal with and trying to ignore what was going on. So of course I had to focus on fixing that. And I do realize I've been speaking a little more low, more softly the last little while. I do apologize. Um, Projection is not something I'm generally comfortable with when I'm not talking to another person. And I'm worried about blowing someone's eardrums, to be honest. Because if I did start projecting, I can very easily bring my voice up to a level that would be uncomfortable. Plus, I have a window open and I have neighbors. And I'm trying not to whisper, but yeah. And I try to avoid sounding like I'm pretending to be Batman. Or in the Arrowverse. One of the things I really hated about the CW Arrowverse was everybody is constantly whisper shouting. Why? What's the fucking point? Anyway, folks, that's it for this morning. Hopefully you're all doing well. I see that... oh, actually, I need to remember to put some... oh, I forgot to get that link. So that won't be in this description. Actually, it very well will be, because I can actually bring it up on my phone and just put it into the clipboard. See? Workarounds. Adaptation. Anyway, wanted to give you guys some heads up on things that are coming. In the next... on Saturday, actually, at, I believe it's 4:30 Newfoundland time. Excuse me. I've been invited to join Christopher Everard, Trim, and I can't remember his last name. I believe it's, well, in any case, it's an author named James. We're going to be on Christopher Everard's channel. I will link it below in the description. And we'll be talking about the state of modern pop culture and what we think. Well, I mean, you guys know what I'm going to say. I'm going to be talking about how we need to take back our modern myths from those who seek to destroy them. You know, the barbarians who simply don't understand the value of the things that we've built and that we've cherished for generations. Yeah. So that'll be 4:30 Newfoundland time on Saturday. The link below will take you to Christopher Everard's channel. You can click, click, bang, smack, smash, beat, lick, I don't really care. There's a notify me button anyway. Other than that, I would also suggest you check out Trim's Art Shack, which I'll also link. And what else? My Sunday night stream, which has been moved as of now to 9:30 p.m. Newfoundland time. Though, again, I seem to be conflicting with other streamers that I follow. So I don't necessarily want to do that. Other than that, I don't think there's a lot of news right now. with the problems I'm having with my sound equipment and my voice, I'm kind of putting production of anything else on hold for the time being, until I figure out what the problems are. I suspect it's software, uh, probably a PAC problem, or a PATAC problem. PATAK. Problem appears to be a keyword. Yeah, PATAC, that's what it was. Uh, yeah, which is something I remember from one of my customer service buddies who used to talk about how he kept having PATBAck calls. And I looked at him one day and I said, "What the hell is PATBAck?" He said, "PATBAck, PATBAK. Problem appears to be a keyboard." Yeah. So you guys know I'm a boomer. So when it comes to this stuff, anyway. Yeah, that's all the news. So, like, share, subscribe, comment if you feel inclined and capable. Uh, Capable is the big thing. I know it's hard all the way around for a lot of people when it comes to money, but if you do, my PayPal link is below. If you don't trust PayPal, I don't blame you. If you have an alternative to suggest, please do. The comment box is always open. Other than that, I hope you're having a good day, and let's rise and rise again until lambs become lions. Bye-bye. Nope, missed a button.